Yes. I'm proud to join with Baroness Jenny Jones and Rosamond Adu-Kisi-Deborah to support this bill in Ella's memory. Clean air must be a human right. We know that the health burden of exposure to air pollution falls most often on the poorest and most deprived neighbourhoods. This is a social and racial justice issue, and no one should have their health or life chances harmed because of the air they breathe. This is why I've taken significant and prolonged action to improve London's air quality. The results speak for themselves. Air quality has improved 5 times faster in London than the rest of the country. I'm proud of my record, but there is more to do. This bill is part of a groundswell of calls to do more about the dangers of air pollution. There is a growing movement of cross-party politicians, NGOs and ordinary people across the country who are demanding the right to breathe clean air. London's elected leaders and representatives must also play our part. Crucially, Jenny's bill seeks to put the scientific evidence, including the WHO targets for pollution, at the heart of environmental standards. This is something I've long called for, but which the government notably failed to do with their Environment Act or with their recent consultation on new air quality standards. I'll continue to do all I can to ensure that London has the best air quality of any major world city, including working to meet WHO interim targets by 2030, a decade ahead of government proposals. But it's past time for the government to step up and to deliver the same level of ambition for the whole of the country. There's now a small window of opportunity as the government is finalising its targets this year. Setting a target 18 years into the future condemns yet another generation to a legacy of toxic air pollution, and I continue to call on the government to take the opportunity to put this right.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is a really uplifting and resounding yes, so thank you very much for that. I think this moment has to be bigger than all of us, and I really applaud collaboration, not competition. So I'm pleased to hear that you'll be supporting Green Party peer Jenny Jones, and I'm sure you'll be using your influence to also influence for Labour Lords as well when the bill actually comes, and it's good to see you nodding there. Can I just focus on our other cities and focus on the leaders of key cities and city regions, the metro mayors? What specific action will you take to also lobby them to make sure they'll be supporting the Clean Air Bill, Ella's Law?
Yes, and also a full member of this Assembly as well, which we should also give the Assembly credit.
Deputy Mayor.
The Metro 10 sounds really pompous, but there are 10 Metro mayors. Apologies for the pomposity. The M10 meet regularly, and this is an issue that's been raised with colleagues on the M10 as well. And we'll continue to work together where we can to learn of each other, to learn best practice, to see how we can improve the airs in our various regions. The government simply won't meet its targets without the cities playing their role. I should also add the UK 100 do a really good job working with the smaller cities who are in metro areas, and so nobody should feel that other parts of the country are being left behind. So a combination of the M10, core cities and others are playing their role. Of course, the C40 doesn't affect any other city besides London, but the leader of Glasgow, she comes regularly to C40 events because of the history Glasgow has with COP26 and so forth.
Thank you for your cooperation on this.